Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.
What's up guys, welcome back to Van TV Media guys. If you're doing, please just consider subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that in case we do upload any story, you'll be the first one to view. My people, thank you so much for supporting this channel so far where it has reached now, cause if it were not you, I couldn't have reached where I am right now. Guys, we are in Kongowea, whereby the traders are complaining of the dirt that is there in Kongowea. The county government is not doing the work of cleaning, so the dirt that is there brings out the disease in the market. So guys, this is what they were talking about, the issue.
Wewe mheshimiwa gavana ulituambia kwamba hatutaki kuona hii takataka tena. Na tangu uingie hii soko ni chafu sana. Hata hatujui shilingi 50 tulikuwa tunatoa shilingi 30. Sasa tunatoa 50. Hiyo 50 inaenda wapi? Hata kama unasema kaunti ya Mombasa haina pesa ya kuleta magari ya kubeba hizi takataka. Hiyo 50 katika hivi vichwa vyote viko hapa Kongowea. Hiyo 50 kwa kila mmoja, kwani haiwezi kukodisha hata gari kaleta hapa ikaja kubeba hizi takataka.
Huu ni mlima, na msifikiri kwamba ni mlima wa kutengenezwa na Mungu. Huu ni mlima wa matakataka. Huko katikati wafanyabiashara. Hivi mabuu yako hapa, unaniona miguu yangu wewe mwanangu mabuu hapa. Kwa hivyo kesho na kesho kutwa vidonda. Haya sasa ni mambo na hospitali na ninalipa ushuru. Mambo gani haya?
Hii takataka imekaa kwa muda. Sasa hii inamaliza kama mwaka. Hii takataka pia imechangia insecurity pia. Wale goons wanaingia ndani ya takataka wanajificha, na imesababisha paka biashara hizi fanyika vizuri.
We have even suffered a lot of illness without knowing where it comes from. But we have come to know that this garbage has caused the larger diseases. So let them do their part, and we do also our part, because we are paying taxes.
Takataka imejaa yote. Mimi nilikuwa na usamboka, nilikuwa nafanya nini, natandika na nyafasi yangu. Sasa nyafasi hakuna.
Na hii takataka ni kama ni ndio sijui imeleta magonjwa mengine, sijui kungunya, unaanza kugonjeka. Sasa wamesema ni hapa tu Mombasa, sijasikia kaunti nyingine. Sasa mtu unasikia ujovu, sijui sasa hiyo takataka ndio inajangia changamoto ya hiyo ugonjwa wa kungunya. Sasa hatujui, tafadhali tusaidieni.
And also there's a story whereby you saw during the protest of Justice for Albert Ojwang that was happening here in Mombasa, in Kenya, in some parts of Kenya, also in Nairobi. We saw police carrying laptops, some of their laptops. So people all said that during the protest, instead of police guarding the protester, instead of police making sure that there is peace in the CBD, they were also engaging in looting of products. So the police have come out and cleared the air by saying that they were not looting, they were protecting those laptops. They have recovered some of the laptops.
They were not robbed off by an officer who was holding them. Those ones were the recoveries. And I clearly say, when the officers were off the duty area, all those laptops were handed over to police station for safe custody. And even as we are speaking, they are in Central Police Station for safe custody. So no robbery, or rather any other crime of such a nature was committed by our officers in broad daylight. They were recoveries. Also to clarify, or rather to make it clear, the officer who was seen shooting a protester in close range, he was arrested yesterday. And as now is in cells at Capital Police, the police stations, is also being processed to face law. Because law cuts across every other person. No person should be left without having it once the crime has been committed. Always we discourage going to such duties where we have got rioters with what we call live ammunition. We normally have what we call the tear gases and normally the riot gear. Live ammunition, we know where we use them. We are not in active operations where we are supposed to use the live bullets. In analysis, as far as yesterday, the reports that we have received at Central Police Station, we have got 4 reports of malicious damage which were caused out of the purported demonstration which turned violent. There are also the 7 cases of robbed of funds. These ones I say that the cases which have been reported. I know there are other cases which might have not been reported. There might be more than that. And 2 breakings. The breakings are for the shops. There are 2 ladies who are businessmen within the main area, which there's a concentration as yesterday. One is claiming, or rather reporting, she lost clothing amounting to 2 million. That's too much for that person. That's total loss. The other one has made a report of the items valued at 200,000. And these ones were taken by the protesters. So as you can see, it wasn't what we call a peaceful demonstration. It was a thuggery by its nature. And that one, as a policing fraternity, we cannot allow. My assurance to the public, we are there to provide security to you all, regardless of who you are. But law will be followed to the latter. We would not want to discourage the issues of processions or other demonstrations, provided the right procedures are followed. We have been having demonstrations even since this year by the people, nurses and other people. They have been very peaceful. We have been covering them. And none has turned to be as what we saw yesterday. We are always ready, and we shall provide the necessary assistance to our public in terms of provision of security.
We are going to Tanzania, where we've seen Tanzania. The story that was there, you see, you saw activists from Kenya went to Tanzania, activists from Kenya and activists from Uganda went to Tanzania, and there was a complainant whereby they complained that they were tortured there in Tanzania, and we saw Martha Karua are going to Tanzania and was deported back to Kenya. So Tanzania had a tough time to defend themselves on those claims that Boniface Mwangi and the activists from Uganda, they said that they were tortured, and Boniface Mwangi said that was raped, sodomized, and the other lady from Uganda said that was raped in the hands of the Tanzanians police. So they had a tough time to defend themselves in United Nations. Just listen to what they were talking about that issue.
Madam Vice President, I would like to exercise the right of reply following the statement by the representative of the East and Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders Network, which contains erroneous, misleading, and misconstrued information. Tanzania fully upholds its obligations emanating from the Constitution, as well as regional and international human rights instruments. Citizens have the freedom to express themselves and share their opinion, even against the government, as it is frequently done on social media. As the Speaker seems to have acknowledged, Tanzania is a mature democracy, having held 7 free, fair, and peaceful multi-party elections. In fact, since the birth of the nation, never at any time has Tanzania failed to hold elections as required by the Constitution. If the trends and patterns are anything to go by, the same should be expected this time around. Tanzania's ability to maintain peace in a very diverse society with many ethnicities, different beliefs, and political ideologies is attributed to its adherence to the rule of law. This commitment to legal principles helps ensure that all individuals are treated fairly and equitably. This applied to the individuals mentioned by the representative of the East and Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders Network, who unfortunately failed to declare their genuine purpose of entering the country, a common requirement of immigration laws of many countries. Although these claims against the government are highly doubtful, we take the allegations of torture, sexual abuse, and malpractices very seriously. That is why the government is currently investigating, and if established, the concerns will be held accountable. An important point to note about the case mentioned yesterday by the representative of the East and Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders Network is that, for transparency, the proceedings are broadcast live on online TV, allowing anyone worldwide, including the said activists, to follow. We wish to reiterate that Tanzania is determined to uphold human rights and the rule of law in the period leading up to the general elections in October 2025 and beyond. We are committed to maintaining a conducive environment for all political parties to conduct their campaigns peacefully. I thank you.